Okay, so it is time for another weekend vlog. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here today. It is August 22nd, 2020. So it is really, really hot today, but it's not as bad as it was, so we're gonna take that. But you know what, before we get started, I'm sitting on a tractor. This is not how the day began.
All right, good morning. Got another day. It is a little earlier today. It's almost 3:30. Got a lot to do today, so we need to get started. It's still really early. It's just about, I don't know if you can make it out on this clock or not, but it's about, not quite 4 o'clock yet. We still have coffee, but we have a project we have to get done in the outbuilding this morning before we go outside. So we needed to get up a few minutes early because we got a big project today. We're actually starting on the pasture today. Technically, we've started on already, but we got some things to do, and one of the things we need to build is out in the outbuilding. In the outbuilding, got to get this thing open. It's actually nice outside, 85 degrees, and we actually need to build a tool for the project we're working on today that we got on Amazon, like we get most things these days, doesn't everybody? But, need to get an automatic door opener for this. But one of the things about mornings here in the summertime in Arizona, as you guys who live here know, is it's actually nice in the morning, especially since the sun's not up. It's dark outside, and we need to cool it off in here. Okay, so we have to build a tool for our project for the pasture today. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done, hopefully before the sun comes up. Can see what we built hopefully there on the ground, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you can guess what that is, you'll have an idea of what our major project is today that we're going to try to get posted for you guys next week. Part of the first step to actually getting that pasture established. So now what we need to do is see how we're doing on time. Take a step out. Hopefully you can make it out. There we go, a little better. So we got the sunrise coming up. Beautiful sunrise. It's about 85. We'll say we have just a little bit of humidity that we're not used to, so it's a little sweaty, but we've got chores to do. We are about 10 minutes till sunrise. You can see that a little better now. So a couple things that need to get done. I need to actually go and water the berry beds. So we're going this way. Lori's back in the background if you can see her or not, but she's starting on chicken chores. Gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm looking forward to that. And what I'm actually working on is something that we are showing you guys, I think today is when it comes out, is our farm tour. And what we're sharing there would be this. This would be a sweet potato that we have growing in our berry beds. So in the berry beds, if you want to take a look, obviously not much going on there yet, but the whole idea here is building soil specifically for our blackberries. So I do need to water this by hand, because we don't have it set up with irrigation yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this watered because I need to go over and help Lori out with the chickens. I wanted to get another shot of this sweet potato. So kind of like we discussed, and there we go, that's better. So kind of like we discussed in that tour, we planted this a few weeks ago. It was a whole sweet potato that we were growing slips from. The slips didn't do so well, but here we were. We had record temps in July, beginning of August, multiple 110 plus degree days, broke a record there too. So really the worst conditions because there was no rain whatsoever. And this is what's growing in wood chips and wood chips only. So to say that it can't be done would definitely be incorrect. It definitely can. And here's sweet potatoes planted and growing in the middle of record-breaking heat here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So I just want to encourage you guys, that is a green you can eat during the summertime when every other type of green is basically dying off. That one's not. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to head to the other side of the farm. Lori's over working there already, and sun's about up. But what I wanted to talk to you about as I'm passing by the vineyard garden, I need to turn off the water. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is the fact that we finally got some rain. I couldn't believe it. Actually, I've got some footage I want to show you guys here real quick.
It's Sunday, August 16th, and we have something strange happening. Water is actually falling from the sky. I can't believe it. Lori and I are super excited. You guys asked me, and I actually did get footage of that pop-up head that we have our passive rain catchment in the front. I've got footage of that for you guys. I'll show it to you here. But you can see down here as Lori kind of goes in, well, we lost a chair, but you'll see where we have all of our rain catchment, the passive catchment. We talked a little bit about how we were going to catch it and then basically push it into that swale that's right in front of the berms for the grapevines. You'll see it really good right there. It's perfectly kind of spread out around there, and we can see it kind of going around the corner, which is just what we wanted to see. And then over here, as Lori looks over there, you'll see the same thing. We've got it kind of going down that side. And again, it's going to be windy, but we've got it going down that side and it'll push around. So the catchment over here is working perfect. And I don't know if you're going to be able to catch it, but we've got a lot of catchment that's going on down here. And that is off of the outbuilding. So that catchment is going right into the mulberry area, which is perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to see. I'm really excited about water, but I'm not excited about water and this camera. So we're gonna go back inside.
So you can see lots of rain came down. We got pounded that one day, it was last Sunday. We got hit again the other night, lightly. But one of the things I showed you was this area here. So the area where we had the rain catchment come down into this quadrant in the vineyard garden here. So the only thing that we saw that was an issue there is the water on this one side. It basically was just draining down into the vineyard garden. So the capture was working good on that side over there, but it wasn't working good on this side over here. So I'm gonna have to dig this side out a little bit, make sure that we get rain going down or water going down on this side. And that way we're spreading the water out around the vineyard garden as opposed to dropping it into the garden itself. So we got that. Now, another big thing. You'll notice that our chicken chores are taking place over here this morning. There we go. Taking place over here, and that's because, if you can make it out, hopefully, we have the primary chicken pasture fenced. I'm gonna flip around. So you get an idea of the space we're gonna be working with when it comes to our chickens here on the farm. So now I say this is the primary chicken pasture because we will run poultry, possibly chickens, elsewhere on the farm. But for meat chickens, definitely, and also for our laying hens so they can get some pasture time, this is where we're going to be establishing the pasture. In fact, it's where we're going to be working on our project today. But we did have a company come out and do this fencing for us because I am not comfortable doing chain link fence, and quite frankly, we have other things we need to get done. But we're looking at just over 6,000 square feet that we're going to be working with for our meat chickens and our laying hens predominantly, and that should work at least for now. Okay, so I need to give Lori a hand. She's been working diligently on chicken chores while I'm yapping, so I need to get to work. Lori's back there finishing up the morning chores. She's watering our potted trees. And oh, if you guys watch our farm tour video that I think is going up today, you'll see me talking about a moringa tree that we had grown in a pot. And when I tried to move the pot, I uprooted the tree. So you can imagine how dead that tree is now. So that's 2 moringa trees. Actually, we've killed multiple moringa trees, but that was a good test because we think we got an idea as far as how that's gonna work. But one thing I wanted to talk about is I had several of you guys, we had talked about our bird bath here that we had bees on. Not quite as many bees this week. I think they're finding water elsewhere, cheating on us a little bit. But we had several suggestions from you guys. One in particular that we got from multiple, I want to thank each one of you because I got an email and an Instagram message as well, suggesting to put some rocks in this bird bath to make sure that the bees that we have getting a drink of water here had a way to get out of the middle of that without drowning. So we went ahead and did as you suggested, and they now are doing just fine. So we got a few things to work on. You can see I actually have to water behind the chicken tractors here, but I wanted to give you guys a shot of the sunrise. When we get monsoons, we get these incredible sunrises because we actually have moisture in the air and we have cloud cover just a bit, but I want to show you guys this. We've actually been real busy with our project today. We've got most of day 1 done. Definitely going to be a day 2 project, but want to show you guys breakfast because it's another farm breakfast. More bacon, gotta love bacon. So thank you, Lori, for the breakfast. And then we actually have the guys working on finishing up the fencing for the chicken pasture. So what I want to do is go out there and take a peek, see what they're doing for us. They're actually doing a little extra work for us to make sure that we can keep rabbits out of the pasture. So I wanted to show you guys that real quick. We got Jimmy working on this right now, so he's been fantastic. We're gonna talk a little bit about his business here in just a second because he does work out here in Whitman, which I know is important for all of us and all over the valley. But one of the things we were talking to him about was wanting to keep rabbits out of here and the problems with the gates and those spaces in the gates. So what he's doing for us, free of charge, is basically welding slats up a couple feet on the posts where the gate attaches to make sure that we can't have rabbits squeezing through there. They're wrapping up the fencing here, so Lori and I want to go ahead and do something really quick. One of the things that's very apparent when you look at the peach trees here is they're starting to bust out of these cages. Now, we've noticed that they're not getting the rabbit pressure that the other plum hybrids are getting, even that the mulberries are getting, and they're doing okay. So we figured we got this tree right in front here was the very first tree we planted, and it's growing fantastic. So we want to go ahead and release this one. We're just going to keep an eye on it because it's close. We come by here every day, twice a day, to take care of the chickens. We figure we'll see it if there's anything going on as far as rabbit pressure is concerned. So if Lori looks down on the ground, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double stake it. I've got a couple of 5-foot T-posts here. I've got some old 1/4-inch drip line. I always save this, and you'll see why here in just a moment. I have some galvanized tie wire, some wire cutters, and a mallet. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing released from the cage, get all of the stakes off of there. Then I'm gonna double stake this tree, and I'll explain exactly kind of how I do it and why I position each one of these T-posts where I do. I just take some of this old 1/4-inch strip. That's actually what's gonna protect this wire up against the trunk of this tree. So I wanna get one about here where it starts to kind of branch out. Now basically what I'm going to do is just kind of look at the tree. I already know that it's kind of leaning that way just a little bit, but let me talk about these T-posts real quick. So you'll see I've got the T-post. This is basically the southwest corner of the tree. That's the northeast corner of the tree. When we get our winds, the winds come in mainly from the west, but we also, when the monsoons come in, typically come from either the north or they come from the south. So it's pretty rare that we get an eastern wind, so one that's blowing east to west.
So it's really rare that we get it going this way, but it's common for the wind to be pushing up against it this way. So I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job of staking the tree here. And you guys know with the monsoons, they come in really strong. So I just wanted to introduce you to Jimmy and his son David, and they own Hurtado Fence LLC. And they came out and did the fencing for us today, and they did a fantastic job. Now, you guys know Lori doesn't like things that are junky, which is why we had a professional come and install this fencing for us. Jimmy, besides fencing, there's other things you guys do?
Well, basically it's everything that has to do with fencing.
Okay.
Wood fence, wrought iron, chain link. I do custom gates, you know, whatever the customer desires, you know.
And we got a lot of people that watch us all over Arizona, so what are kind of the areas that you worked in for fencing?
Well, I go as far as Tucson, the whole Phoenix area, the whole valley, and I come down if I have to go to Whitman or out here in Tonopah. You know, those are the areas that I cover.
Okay, awesome. So pretty much everywhere, down to Tucson, all the way up here into Whitman, East and West Valley. I know he's telling me he's got some land in Tonopah he's really excited about. You guys know we're always really happy to meet people that have land and want to do something with their land, just like we are here. So what's the easiest way to find you guys?
You could dial my number, or you could also Google hurtadofence.com.
Okay.
And you can find my number online. I am licensed and bonded.
You have a Facebook page or Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Facebook page, awesome. I'll make sure I find all that. I'll link it for you guys down below. I know especially for us kind of outside of the city, which is a lot of you guys, having somebody that's willing to travel out to where you are is a huge deal. And we're all dealing with fencing. You guys know we're still dealing with fencing. We're going to talk to them a little bit about some fencing that we got going on in the back that maybe you can help us out with. Just want to thank you guys. It's awesome having you here. Really appreciate the work you guys did for us. And we're going to get your name out there.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Good deal. It's really hot. We do need to do something with the tractor in the back. It's our wood chip. Every Saturday we got wood chip deliveries. Yesterday, I think a couple days prior to that looked really good. So I think I'm gonna go back and take a look at that real quick, but I'm not sure that I'll have Lori with me this time. Overall, I'm really liking the wood chip deliveries we're getting. So I do know that my neighbor down the road, he's got his brother-in-law that's got a pretty heavy duty chipper, and you can see behind me here just some fantastic loads of wood chips. Really love to see that. I've got a couple other smaller ones that look pretty good as well. So really happy with the wood chip deliveries. I'm gonna go ahead and get these kind of pushed up a little bit further, so kind of pile them up as best I can. Overall though, the loads look really good. Got some larger branches that were down in the bottom, but you know what, overall the wood chips look really good. And some trash that we're gonna go ahead and take with us. That happens every time we get a wood chip delivery. That's very common, nothing special and nothing exciting. So we got Lori here with me. She's ready to go inside, so am I. But we need to get this tractor back. And let's see, I'm trying to think what else we have to do today. We need to finish this up. I've got one little thing I need to wrap up from the project this morning that we still need to finish tomorrow. Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Are you ready to be inside?
Yes.
So am I. It's really hot.
After 11.
It's after 11. That's our cutoff time.
Past our cutoff time.
It's past our cutoff time. I'm busted. Okay. Well, we're done out here, right? I think some ice cold water. Mm-hmm. Not too ice, because then it doesn't digest well. That's important. But we've got some Healthy Farm Living to shoot today, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Ooh, we got Healthy Farm Living to shoot. So I got to shut up and get to work. So you can see, got a lot done already. It is way past our bedtime, our finish time here for the day. I need to go ahead and get this big bad boy back into the outbuilding so we can get to work on the inside of the house today. We have lunch on the table. It's ribbon sandwiches again. Oh, and you know what? One other thing I need to point out. So if you guys didn't check out Healthy Farm Living, our video last week
was this right here. Hopefully you get that on camera. So this would be some fermented red radish. It is now done. So this is gonna go in the fridge, and we have some with lunch today. Lori is taking down all of our lights and good stuff over here. Got some really good footage today for Healthy Farm Living and another really cool ferment. So I need to get to editing because I've got this video I need to edit for you guys. Hopefully get it up tomorrow. You guys hopefully are probably watching our farm tour video if you watch our Saturday videos. And that's about it. I know we have some family coming over tonight. Hopefully they'll be on camera for you. It's our son and his girlfriend. I'm wrapping up, for the most part, the video editing for today, which is good, but Lori and I need to go out and get our evening chores done. Lori hasn't seen our son in a while, and I haven't seen Nikki in a while. So we're gonna go spend some time with them, and then we will say goodbye for today. So that's gonna do it for our vlog for this weekend. So, really hope that you guys enjoy these. We enjoy doing these. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave those in the comment section down below. We'd love to see if there's anything that you would like to see on these vlogs that we do on the weekends. Instagram and Facebook, we post content there. You won't see on the YouTube channel. Amazon Shop, that's a free painless way to help support the channel here. Go check out our new channel, our Healthy Farm Living channel. We actually filmed the video today, but if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll link it for you down below. Check that out. We talk about all the things we do inside the farmhouse to stay healthy. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you.